What's going on, everybody? Boys back at it. Excited to be talking to y'all about this. So, the update came the other day, and crickets from me, right? Reason being, they can say they patched XYZ, but this is EA Sports. That means X maybe kind of got patched, Z didn't get patched at all, and they just broke EDFNG. Right? You feel me here? So, with this patch being a very important one, a lot of stuff changed. The meta is going to change, and a lot of stuff that I've given you guys to do offensively changed a bit. So, let's get right into the details and how it's going to affect what trends going forward. So, deep zones are going to play a bit further back now. So, first, let's talk about how that affects cover 3. If you press your cover 3, you don't have to play the sticks to avoid just getting straight bombed. The other big thing there is the tight end seam beaters pretty much just got nerfed out. The flag route, though, will then be open, right? So as far as what's going to start to trend, flag, 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 all right? The corner routes are definitely back. If you're dropping a deep blue back further, what is, 2 plus 2 equals 4, right? So that would also mean that against cover 3, outs can be more effective again. I kind of wonder if this update isn't as well going to bring back the popularity of 335 normal and specifically the cover 4 in there. You don't have to worry about your cover 4s getting bombed out quite as easy. From an online play perspective, we know most guys you can shut down bunch, and a lot of the passing heavy formations really do struggle with that. As the years gone on in 3 different patches, I will say I've noticed now 335 is much better run defense than it should be. I mean, like, just stock, it's better than it should be. So I think we might start to see an emergence of that a little bit more again. So let's talk about man coverage. Let's say a quick prayer and have a moment of silence for the match glitch. I will miss that match glitch. I got no idea how much I'm gonna miss that. So, how does that affect the meta going forward, and what are we going to do about it, right? Those become the questions. We will start to see more smart routed flags and posts being motioned, right? So we always know like motion slants, things like that. Well, motion smart routed posts, motion smart routed flags, those kind of things will do an excellent job of getting behind man coverage. The most important thing, though, that this really changes and makes much more important to have on your team, and if y'all been following me for a while, remember now when the game first came out, go and look at how my comments staged, all right? When it first came out, I said, hey, these are the things that I think you're going to need to understand about the game this year. I talked about Playmaker, all right? I said Playmaker is going to be absolutely nuts this year. Absolutely nuts. We obviously didn't have Playmaker. Took a while. Here we are. We're here now. Playmaker is... It's time for Playmaker to have its moment in the sun. So when you go ahead and put a drag or a dig in route on a Playmaker back the opposite way, bye-bye man coverage. Oh, bye-bye. You're done. You're absolutely done. I don't care. One step ain't going to save your ass. That corner is toast, all right? Another great thing about it is the 2-man rush meta, right? We can't get weak box. Everyone wants to go ahead and send 2. I just put out a video talking about that on defense quite a bit. Well, guess what? Do that shit. And then I'm just going to take my Playmaker and I'm going to look on the field where the open spot is, and I'm just going to motion him off yonder that way. Yonder over across the holler, eh? Poof. You're toast. All right? Playmaker. Understand how important that is. So a few other things. Crossers are going to become more and more important, right? Just because they can go ahead and toast man coverage. So another thing we're seeing here is the man meta. What people are doing is they're shading under and then maybe inside, maybe outside, depending on your formation, what they think's coming. Which is hell if you can't burn it over the top, right? So if the person is smart enough to, watch and see if the press is going to get back there or keep a safety over your deep threats, things like that. When used by a person who understands what's coming and how to complement that man, it's very difficult to deal with. So one thing that we're seeing JWall do is he will go ahead and put a out and up out there. So if you have HRM or Slot Apprentice, and motion that and run a motioned out and up. And if they are pressing and they're playing underneath in man, bye. That's a one play. So the other thing that we're going to just inevitably see a bit more of is going to be the rollout stuff, right? The PA rollout stuff with the delay tight end fade, because that's another way you can go ahead and mess man coverage up. And I will say this too, if you can mix that up with rollout corner routes in your playbook or with HRM, however you feel like you can do it, think about this. You have rollout crossers with the delay T fade that someone has to deal with. Now, I just told you, flag routes are going to be a lot better. Now, all of a sudden, you're rolling out and you've got a flag route. If you could have a flag route with a tight end delay, you know, you can figure that out in your playbook. I really think there's going to be something to that, and really could be a way, if you have a nice formation where you can do all those kinds of things, have some good run plays, another nice pass or two in there, you could create a mini scheme that would just be absolute hell. Probably be worth 14 points a game at least before anyone could figure out how to stop that. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about is reach for it, right? The reach for it animations, you're now going to need the ability. I wouldn't waste 1 AP on that, guys. I really wouldn't. So how I think that's going to affect the game is, keep in mind, if you're in a, third and a half yard and you're just going to do something quick up the middle, fullback dive, something like that, you can go ahead and put your blocking and ball carrier on aggressive. And that was something that was really big in past years before this reach for it animation. So I would really look for that to be a really important thing to do. If you're in like 4th and 1, or, 4th and goal on the 1 yard line, the half yard line, you really at that point have nothing to lose by going aggressive blocking and aggressive ball carrier. If you get the hold, hey, oh well, you take your 3 points, you take your lumps. Uh, if you don't, you're probably going to get the first down no matter what happens. They may even blow you up in the backfield and just get run over, right? So I really think that covers the most important things that we need to know and be aware of post-patch. Again, as always, appreciate y'all showing up and showing out for me. Just know there is an absolutely disgusting ebook coming your way. I'm setting up a website for that, and it's on my Patreon. I'm going to give you guys just a little teaser, a little walkthrough, so you can just kind of see what it's about. Then if you want to show out and support me a little bit more, trust you will not be disappointed. Shout out everyone who's joined my Patreon just to get the early glimpse at that. That stuff is already in Patreon. So right now, if you want a walkthrough of this ebook, which is going to be everything you need to run it, just not fancy put together, you've got it. All right. So head over to Patreon if you have any questions about that. Ask. Feel free to drop comments. Dem boys, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.